Hey guys, welcome back to my
I
channel.
might just hit it through a horn, that's on my element. I like dark skin, love a melanin. Talk pushing me to talk when I'm stepping in. 30 bottles of the soup.
It is me, I am here. Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, I haven't made a video since last year. Sorry, I had to. I'm gonna be consistent. And I wanted to come on here and talk about what 2020 taught me. I wrote down 5 things that 2020 has taught me, and I wanted to share it because being consistent is the first thing. I feel like 2020 was like one of the most transformational years for me in life. I've learned so much. I grew so much. I don't think I've ever grown so much in like such a short amount of time. And I feel like I have so much more growing to do. Like I have so much more like everything to do, but I'm really grateful for 2020, and like Corona was terrible, but I'm happy that I got that time to reflect on myself because it really taught me a lot, and everything that I feel like was holding me back, I'm able to identify and like grow. It was a really growth year. So I wrote down 5 things. I have my little notebook here. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my little notebook. But number one thing that I would say is do not take things personally, okay? Because that is something that I do. I feel like this is crooked. Is it just me? It's something that I did a lot and I'm not doing anymore. I stopped. Is took things personally. Like whatever someone did, I took it like they're doing that to me to hurt me, like whatever. But you can't take things personally in life. That's just gonna hold you back and keep you in like a very negative headspace. I learned that a lot. Like I would get so emotional about things that like literally is not a big deal. Like because I took it so personally, I made it a bigger deal than it was, you know? And it just only affected me. It only affected me in the end because it was like making me angry, making me like waste valuable time on things that it's a waste of time. So like don't take things personally because it's just gonna hold you back. And yeah, so taking things personally is a no. I learned a lot of that in 2020. All my life I like take things personally. I'm like a person where if someone does something to me, I get so offended. Like I get offended and I take it personally and I like react very heavily. So I learned to stop doing that because it only holds you back. Do not take things personally. If someone does something to you or whatever, like don't take it personally. Just let it roll off the shoulder. Okay. Number 2, what you think is what you get. This is something that I learned so much, and I see examples of it every day. Like what you think is really what you get in life. And the law, I learned a lot about the law of attraction. It is so real, it is so powerful, like it is so slept on. Like our words cast a spell, and it's so crazy that we don't learn this stuff in school. Like we don't learn the important stuff. Like we're not trained on like how powerful our words are and how powerful our thoughts are. Like your thoughts create your actions, literally, you know, like what you think about is what you do. And like a lot of people think negative thoughts. And it's easy to think negative thoughts because we're so conditioned to think that we're not good enough, but we are one of a kind. We are humans. Like we dominated the earth, we can speak, we're the only species that can speak. Like we are so powerful, we are enough, we are more than enough, we are so capable of getting anything that we want. And something that stops us from doing that is negative thoughts. Like literally what you think is what you get, and the law of attraction is so real. So if you're not like too in tuned, get into it, learn about it, because they don't teach you that shit in school, and it's important. It's really important. Number three thing I would say 2020 has taught me is everybody is going through something that they don't want to talk about. And I'm like a person where I'm not the best at communicating. I don't really like to communicate how I'm feeling and like my emotions and stuff and this, that, and the next. And like, so that is like, I know that firsthand that when I'm going through stuff, like I don't really like to talk about it. And it's so crazy. Like a lot of people are so concerned with what is X and Y and Z thinking, like, but everybody is consumed with like their own life. Everybody is going through like their own battle. Life is hard for everybody, but it's like we're blessed to be alive, but it's like everybody's going through their own struggle that they don't want to talk about. Everyone's going through something that they don't want to talk about. You don't know, you can never judge someone by how you see them on social media or how you perceive them at work. Like say you work with someone and they're like all happy jolly at work, or maybe they're quiet at work. Like you can never judge them based on how you see them in that environment, because people portray what they want you to see. You know, people put out what they want you to see, especially on social media. People only will put up stories, put up pictures that they want you to see. You know how many other things they took that probably didn't make the cut? Everybody is going through something that they don't want to talk about. Don't ever judge someone based on what you see. And in knowing that, like, lead with love and always be kind with people. Like, when you're approaching people, be kind, like smile at people for no reason, like send positive vibrations, because it's easy to be negative. We're like conditioned to be negative. We're conditioned to like fight for survival. We're conditioned to not be happy, literally. So like don't add more of that to people's lives. Like, only bring positivity, you know, lead with love. So the fourth thing I would say that 2020 has taught me is like consistency. And this is what I was saying at the beginning of the video. Consistency is the key to anything that you want to do in life and be successful in. You need to be consistent. And like, I learned that, like, of course, because like I've been wanting to make a YouTube video, and then I meant a YouTube channel, and then I make a channel, and it's like, okay, but I need to make consistent videos. And I wasn't doing that, right? I wasn't consistent at all. That's literally how life is. If you want to, for me, like for anybody who's doing something, if you want to be that, you have to consistently show up as that. So like for me, if I want to be a successful YouTuber, I have to consistently show up as a successful YouTuber. You know, I have to consistently be posting every day. I can't post once a month. Like, I can't post like whenever I want to post. I need to make a schedule and post consistently if I want to see success. So yeah, consistency is the key to being successful in anything that you want to do. And I learned that super hard in 2020. And that's why I'm not going to slack, okay? Vow to myself, I am not going to slack on my YouTube. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and what's holding me back is number five, the fifth thing that I'm going to talk about. The fifth thing that 2020 has taught me is to not limit myself. So like, so often we talk ourselves out of things because of self-doubt, and like because like we care what others think. So like there's a lot of times where we want to do something and we just talk ourselves out of it. We're like, oh no, like I might not be good at it. Like, what if nobody likes it? Like, what if it gets no views? Like, what if it's not funny? Like, what if this, what if that? You know, we think like, and then we just, okay, I'm not gonna do it. Like, even for me, like when it comes to posting videos or making videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, like what if, one of my biggest things is like storage on my phone. So I'm like, what if I can't send it to my computer and edit it? And then what if like I can't post it? Like, what's the point of making it? And it's like, okay, well, if you don't make it, then you're never gonna be able to post it, right? So you might as well just do it and then see. So like not limiting myself is, and something that we all need to do. We need to all stop thinking so like negatively and limiting, like, oh, I can't do that. We can do anything that we want to do, literally. And if you think that you can't, then you won't be able to. You know, look at the number 2. I said, what you think is what you get. It's true. Like, if you don't think that you can, then you won't be able to. So don't limit yourself. Like, that's one of the biggest things I would say 2020 has taught me, is that limiting myself is really what holds me back in anything. If I don't think I can do it, or I'm not like positively thinking about like, oh yeah, I can do that and I can do it well, then I'm not going to do it well. If I think like, oh, I'm going to be bad at that, I'm going to be bad at it. Like, whatever you think is what you get. And if you limit yourself, like, you're just going to stay in the same position. So don't limit yourself. And don't, oh my gosh, number 6, I have to just say this because this is another thing that I learned. 2020 has taught me to not compare myself to other people. And I really want to stress this on you guys, because it is so easy, especially with today's day and age, and like us watching each other's lives on social media. Like, it's so easy to compare yourself to someone if they're the same age as you. Like, they're at my age, they're doing that, I should be doing that, you know? Or they're younger than me, they're doing that, I should be doing more than that. Like, it's so easy to compare ourselves, and you cannot compare yourself to someone. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what help they've had. You don't know how much hours they put in. You don't know how dedicated they were to making that. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. All you know is like yourself, your backstory, what you're capable of. So you really just have to focus on you. When you see people doing stuff and it's like, use it as inspiration. You should always use it as inspiration. Like, if you've never heard the quote, comparison is the thief of all joy, like, comparison is the thief of all joy. You know, it really is. When you compare yourself to people, it holds you back, because it's a negative view to have. You shouldn't look at people in terms of you want to be in competition with them. You should look at people in terms of, oh my God, if you did it, I could do it too, in terms of like inspiration. So don't compare yourself to people. I know it's easier said than done. Like, everything in life is easier said than done. Another thing 2020 taught me, everything in life is easier said than done. But like, be be like in charge. Do it. Do the things that you say you're gonna do. You know, don't compare yourself to people. It's not worth it. If you want something, like, go get it. You know, figure out what you have to do to get it and get it. Like, don't be like, oh, she has it. You don't know what she did to get it. You don't know what she did to get it. You don't know. She could have did some hard shit to make it happen. You know, don't compare yourself to people because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they did to get what they have. Okay? Okay. No, but guys, thank you so much for coming to this video. I'm honestly going to be consistent in posting. I don't know exactly what my schedule is going to be, but I'm going to post 2 videos a week, a little bit of everything. If you want to see like anything in particular, just leave a comment down below. I would love to hear it. But yeah, thank you so much for sitting with me, and let me know what out of the 6 was like, what do you think resonated with you most? What do you feel like 2020 has taught you? Leave that in the bio. I want to know that. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Moss. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for sitting with me. It's been really nice talking to you guys. I feel like there's people that I'm talking to, even though it's just me. So thanks for sitting with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be consistent. You're gonna be seeing this face a lot more often. I just got my hair done.